Hi, are you looking to make changes to your life to improve something? Maybe your relationships, your financial situation, or anything else? Do you know that 90% of our life is driven by our subconscious mind? So, the best place to start to make changes to your life is to work on your subconscious mind. In today's video, I'm going to share with you a few key things. First, what is subconscious mind? And second, how does it work? And third, how to use it to make changes that you desire to your own life. So, what is subconscious mind? Unlike our conscious mind, which is part of our brain that's in our head, subconscious mind is not an actual physical organ. Scientists at the best describe subconscious mind as specific connections in our neurons, in our nerves, that form a particular habit or a personality. But you know what? I'm not going to get into all those complex details. Let's just talk about how subconscious mind fits into our day to day routine, how it helps us live our day to day life. That's what we're going to talk about. So, when you learn something, maybe you've learned to drive or you've learned to cook and you take bath every day. These are things that we do every day. We do them day in, day out, multiple times. We've repeated them numerous times. And at one point, it becomes automatic, right? When you're taking bath, we are not consciously thinking about what we are doing, or when you're driving your car, you're not consciously thinking about every move, about opening the door of your car, sitting in the position, putting on your seatbelt, switching on your car, and then accelerating it, braking it. It all happens automatically, like you don't really stop and think about it. But yes, you can at some time stop and decide that you want to be conscious about what you're doing, and then you will be conscious when you're accelerating, braking. But otherwise, in general, like our day-to-day life, you do these things seamlessly, subconsciously, right? Another term we use is it has become your muscle memory. It has become a part of your muscle memory because you no longer need your conscious mind to help you do these things. So that is how subconscious mind works. It helps us build behaviors, personalities, and habits based on what we repeat and do many, many times. So, how? So, we understood what subconscious mind is and how it fits into our day to day life, how it really drives our lives, right? Now, let's look at how it works. Now, just going into more details, what happens when you are doing something? It it fires specific nerve pathways or neuron pathways in our mind and in our nerves, that it becomes sort of a pathway. And when it becomes a pathway and you do it again and again and again, you're repeating it several times, then that sort of becomes, it is strengthening. That pathway is strengthening. It's becoming harder and it's becoming more concrete and strong. And that is what defines our subconscious behaviors, our personalities and habits, which we do effortlessly, seamlessly, without even thinking with our conscious mind. Now, that is how subconscious mind works. Now, let's talk about how to use this for our own good, to make those desirable changes that we want in our lives. Now, like we discussed, driving, eating, you're taking bath, or anything that you're doing every day is you're doing effortlessly with the help of your subconscious mind. But did you ever, and these things are great, like they are helping you do stuff in your life that you need, and that's great. But did you ever think that if there were things that you are probably doing that are not beneficial to you, that are not helping you, that are stopping you from reaching your full potential, that are just stopping you from just living in the flow, how does that impact you? Exactly the same way. Because if you are doing these things that are not helping you be the person you want to be, and we do it over and over and over again, then we are really building this barrier ourselves that is going to stop us from becoming the person we want to be and from living the life that we want to live. And that is what we need to change. That is how we sort of need to declutter our subconscious mind of the things that are not serving us and replace them with the things that will serve us get to our goals. Now, how to do that? 3 steps to do that. The first step is we need to first identify what are these things that are not beneficial to us, that what are the things that we have in our subconscious mind that do not serve us well, that are not good for us. So we need to first identify them. What are these things? And the best way to do that is to connect with yourself. There is no other way you're going to be able to identify these things that are not helping you if you do not connect with yourself and check in with yourself to see what is not going well. What are the things you did? How did you react to things? How did you feel to things? How did you respond to things? Right? And just taking a few examples of how we form these negative behaviors. It can be anything, right? It can be behavior of eating a lot of sugars, and it can be a behavior of impulsive or just the habit of smoking, or it could be the personality of just reacting and saying hurtful things to people, right? So it could be, these could be things that are happening in your life, and you would not know that these are not desirable in your life and not helping you achieve your goals until and unless you really pause, connect with yourself, take that time to talk to yourself, have that conversation with yourself to see what is it that you're doing that is not helping you, what is it that you're doing that is not helping you reach your full potential, or is not helping you be the person you want to be. And once you know these things, then the second step is to ask why. Now, why is a very important question, because yes, you first identified the things that are not desirable, but Also, equally important is, why do you do these things? Or why do you think this way? Or why do you react this way? Or why do you respond this way? And that might give you really interesting insights into how you think of yourself, how you think of the world. And very it's very interesting. You will learn a lot of interesting things about you in this whole assessment, and the self connection and self talk. So when you, for example, when you may have had a fight at home and you said some hurtful things. So if you sit back and think about it, you might realize that there are things that trigger you. There are things that when people do certain things, you just feel out of balance. And now you ask why. And then probably you will unravel that if people, I don't know, if people say something, or if they do something, or if they don't, or if they don't do something, it just triggers you. Maybe it is because of some sort of belief you have, or some sort of experience you have from the past. Trying to give you an example. I talked about this on another video of mine. Um, Feeling a victim, right? Feeling a victim, not being able to talk, like when people attack you, just going into that cocoon and shell, and not even thinking, and shutting off your mind, not even thinking straight and responding to that person. That's one way people uh, might be doing things, or how people might be acting out of their subconscious mind, which is the case with me, that I've been working on. And another case could be that people just explode when, even with a little trigger, when people say something, or even if they feel that people say something, or maybe people even didn't, they might even assume things that people even did not say, because of some other assumptions or beliefs they have. So anyway, just coming back to the whole point here, when you start asking why do you feel a particular way in a situation, why do you react a particular way in a situation, and you come to know that it is because you don't like this, you don't like when people do this, or you don't like when people react in a particular way, or you don't like it when people actually attack you. And then you ask another why. Keep asking the why until you get to the point on what is the root cause to this kind of behavior. For example, I go ahead and ask another why, and then I come to know that it is because I feel threatened. It is because I feel unworthy. End of the day, if you continue to do that, continue to ask why, you will see that eventually the ultimate reason why you're doing something that you shouldn't be doing, or it's not good for you, or you're reacting in a particular way, is because of your own beliefs about yourself. It could be the belief that you're not worthy enough. It is could be a belief that you are not good enough, or that people take you for granted, or you don't have the power, or anything. It's a belief about you that you have, which is leading you to make these kind of reactions and judgments. Now that we've understood the first two steps. First is understanding what is not working, or what you're doing that is not in alignment with the kind of person you want to be. And the second thing is asking why, getting to the root cause of why that is happening, and understanding that self belief that you have that is causing this issue. In the case of cigarettes. Maybe you are struggling to quit smoking, and you have a difficult time doing it because deep down you think that you're not strong enough to quit it. Maybe that's the belief you have, and that's the reason you don't quit it. For example, I want to wake up early in the morning and want to be a morning person, but I have a belief that I am not a morning person. And that's why I'm struggling to be a morning person. So it all boils down to your personal beliefs. And then once you know what those personal beliefs are that are stopping you, the third step is to change them, is to replace them with something that will help you. Now, how to do that? Remember how we build these negative things in our subconscious mind? By repetition. And how can we get rid of them and replace them with something good? By repetition. So, replace that negative thought you have about yourself with a counter thought, or with a more positive thought that you want to replace it with, which will help you see yourself as the person you want to be. For example, help you see as the person who doesn't smoke. What would that person think about themselves? Start thinking that way. Start accepting yourself that way. Now, caution, it's not going to happen over a flip of a switch. It's going to take repetition. You probably have built these habits and behaviors for years and decades. Now, to change that, it's going to take time. But isn't it all worth the effort? Because you will stop living the life that you do not want to live, and you will start moving towards the life that you want to live. And guess what? It only gets easier by the day. So the more and more you change those behaviors, you replace those behaviors, it starts to become more and more natural. I'll give you an example. I am a person who kept planning to be more physically active for ages now, and I just keep thinking that it is never possible. It is never going to be easy, but I still kept pushing myself. I started making plans and then not achieving them, making plans, not achieving them, and still thinking that, I'm not good at this, I'm not doing this right. But I started changing that, and I flipped my mindset that I will do what I can and things will fall in place for me. And it took a while for me to change that mindset, and now I have explored things in my life where I am able to work out and spend time for my physical activity every day, morning, evening. So, guys, it takes time to change that belief system and attract the things that you want, to be the person you want. So, be patient, continue, believe in it, continue to repeat those desirable behaviors, or personality, or the belief system, and you will become that person bit by bit every day, and you will reach the goals that you are looking to reach. But like I said, be consistent. Again, connecting with yourself is the most important thing. Understanding yourself is the most important thing to spot the problem and solve it. I hope this helps. Until the next time, take care. Bye.